Hello, and welcome to another Uncomplication. I'm Ryan. If you enjoy this channel, you enjoy the content, please help me keep going by visiting uncomplication.com, checking out the content there. You can also buy a cool shirt or a mug or drop something in the tip jar. I never put ads in these videos because I don't work for Liberty Mutual. I work for you. So today I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to share with you a thought that has been on my mind. And I do these a lot in my podcast. I call these rabbit holes, where I just pull on a root and see how deep it goes. But I want to share with you this feeling, this realization that I've had recently. And it's about the difference between feeling ourselves and our lives from a place of loneliness or longing or desire, that scarcity mindset, versus viewing our life from gratitude and enoughness and feeling full in this moment right now, just as you are. And I bring this up because for a lot of this year, I think that I had identified myself as being lacking or having lost so much. And this year in January, I was fired from the company that I started in 2011. It's a whole other story, but myself and my co-founder were kicked out by new management after 10 years of very hard work. And just like that, at the beginning of the year, this baby, this passion, this love, this focus that I had put so much into was suddenly gone. At the same time, coming out of COVID and just seeing the world so differently, all of the things that we took for granted as being just normal life had changed so rapidly that it was like mourning the past world. And then in my relationship with my partner, after 13 years of marriage, we were going through our own growth. We're both about to turn 40, and I think that is the prescribed time for a midlife crisis, and just looking at our lives and saying, what do we want the next 40 years to look like? And it caused us to ask a lot of questions. We've been together for 20 years. And so we have grown and changed so much that this year was also an opportunity to shed a whole bunch of concepts and labels and past selves that weren't serving us anymore. But it all comes down to say that in a way, I lost my wife and I gained a partner. And then, this channel, all of you are here to talk about crypto, and I saw crypto at the beginning of this year as this opportunity, as this way to engage with the next technology that I thought was going to radically change the way people support things, exchange value, how we will be able to solve problems on planet Earth by aligning our resources with our values. And then when I really understood that this is a market and that markets are places that people make money, and that there are big interests that are really good at making money, and that all of us are kind of sheep and getting sheared again and again, it was another kind of loss. I would equate my loss of the crypto fairy tale rose-colored lenses with that feeling of loss of my company and the vision of the future. I felt so long this year, or for so much of this year, that the vision of the future that I believed in, that I got up in the morning for, that I wanted to go to work, and that I wanted to put my body and my mind in service of a greater vision, was just gone. It was cloudy, it was murky. And so a lot of this year, I feel like I defined myself as lacking or missing or loss. And then recently, I feel like a switch has flipped. And it's still a little loose, so there's still, these moments of going back to this old way of thinking. But in the passing of my friend recently, and having to grapple with that loss, and then having to realize that even though he passed away young and he had a lot more life to live, in a very beautiful and kind of poetic way, his life is complete. It is everything it needed to be. He did it. He was here. He, touched the lives of so many people, and then he passed away as 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 painlessly and beautifully as he lived. And we are doing that too. If you were to die today, you have lived your full life. There is nothing that is missing. There is nothing that you haven't yet done. There's all these ideas that we have in our head of these other realities, these other things we could have done, other people we could have been with, the life we could have chosen. But in reality, in this present moment, you are, and I am, and we are all full, complete people. That doesn't mean that we can't change and we can't grow and that we're not changing all the time. I love the saying that the future you have today is not the future you had yesterday. And to love someone long term, is to attend 1,000 funerals. That we are all changing, but in each moment we are complete and we are whole. And so, sorry, there's been a lot of emotion this year, and you guys all get to sit here and watch me analyze crypto, and this is what is going on, outside of the frame of just grappling with these big life questions. And I think a lot of us, even when we're doing well, we have this question, this doubt in the back of our mind of why do anything at all? Why should I go to work? Why should I go put my time and energy into these systems, these companies, these endeavors that we don't know if it's actually serving us or not? In the end of the last video I posted, it was me and my friends up in the hills, and the hills are all burnt and dry, and people are, hauling Christmas trees out of them. And it's just this bizarre phenomenon that we have this planet that we ourselves are an expression of, and we put our time and our attention into these kind of made up realities that are elsewhere. And what I'm trying to get back to is just this realization that as much as I can define myself as broken or lacking or sad, I am all of those things. And those things change moment to moment, but I am also full, and I am a complete human being, and I still see so much beauty in this world. And I think the realization that I'm having is, rather than sitting back and waiting for someone else to show me the way or to show me the thing that I need to believe in next, I'm finding that spark. I'm finding that passion of being that change. I think it's a Gandhi saying, be the change that you want to see in the world. Don't wait for beauty. Go experience it. Bring it into your life. There it is. And so I'm okay that I don't have a company that I'm really passionate about like I had. I'm okay that I have traded this concept of a wife that I've carried for 20 years and now have this amazing, beautiful woman who is full of life and expression, and I get to co-create the world. I am thrilled that I get to come on this YouTube channel and just gush these thoughts and feelings in your direction, because I feel that my interest in crypto is only as deep as the people that exist there, and that this is a doorway into bigger conversations, into bigger reflections. Crypto is such a mirror of who we are and how we respond when there is fear or there is greed, or we're in these moments where we have to decide, what do we value? Every time I have bought or sold crypto, it has put me in this place of having to find my values, my beliefs, and having to make a commitment, and then having to be okay with it and moving forward until the next one. It's a crazy thing that you get that much self-work in a space that, for all intents and purposes, looks like like a casino or a tech space. And so if you take anything from this video, other than Ryan's a little emotional, uh, I hope that I can subtly invite you into this possibility that you, just as you are okay. And you're not just okay, you are you. You are the fullest you that you can be in this moment. And if you're waiting for something to come along and pull you out or to give you the future that you want to see, maybe you can stand up and you can start making that future. I think there is so much to be discouraged about right now, and I've dwelled in that so much, but I'm done with that. I'm done with feeling that the world is a way that it shouldn't be. The world is exactly as it is through a series of actions that go back as far as you want to go, to the moment of creation, to the Big Bang, however you want to think about it. You are only here because of the complete successful matings of every single one of your parents and grandparents, great-grandparents, all the way back until we were little creatures scurrying around on the jungle floor. The improbability of any one of us being here is unfathomable. And so hallelujah, here we are. And it's not a mistake. It's not broken. It is exactly what it is. And for me, uncomplication is the pursuit of those understandings and realizations. And I'm also realizing that as I talk to you, my camera is facing me. And as I talk, I see on my wall all of these relics of past adventures, of past realizations, of the beauty of this world that has always inspired me and inspires me still. And there is so much here to live for. And if you happen to be at a high point, beautiful. That's a beautiful thing, and life is a wheel. So if you're on your way up, eventually there will be downs. And if you're on your way down, or you are down, you have nowhere to go but up. So trusting that process, trusting that cycle, and trusting yourself, and knowing that you are not broken, you are beautiful. And so there you have it. That's my rabbit hole pulling on this thread. I'm making a transition. I'm moving out of this place of loss and longing, and I am moving into this place of gratitude for all of the things that I have, and all the people that I have, and all of the amazing things that we are going to do together. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you appreciate Uncomplication, you want to support me in this effort, check out uncomplication.com, subscribe to the podcast, read some of the articles, check out the comic strips. There's so much stuff that I've been pouring into this, and now I'm really excited that there's an audience. Maybe you're just here for crypto. That's cool too. I'll still do crypto videos, but in the meantime, there's going to be more ramblings like this. There's going to be videos from my adventures in the Amazon. There's going to be interviews with really amazing people that are very, very wise in some really interesting ways. And that's what I'm going to do. That's my intention with Uncomplication. And I hope that you stick around and see where this goes. So until next time, cheers.